to the first episode of Raising OKC Kids, Conversations with MetroFamily. I'm Erin Page, Managing Editor of MetroFamily, and I am joined today by several of my colleagues to talk about what it has been like to parent during a pandemic, and to talk about this, our newest venture, Raising OKC Kids. We'll start with introductions. Lindsay, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay Cuomo, and I manage the calendar and the website here at MetroFamily. I am a born and raised Okie. I have 3 boys, 2 of which are about to start junior high next year, and an almost 8-year-old who's about to celebrate his birthday in a couple of weeks.
Great. Kirsten, you want to go?
Of course. My name is Kirsten Holder. I'm a project manager at MetroFamily magazine. I've got a little boy. He's 1.5 years, getting to be a little bit more of a handful with all his running around. Being a project manager, I kind of touch everything, but I'm in charge of not much at MetroFamily. Is that an accurate description?
And I'm Marissa Raglin. I'm Director of Events. I just recently joined MetroFamily magazine, and I'm expecting my first little boy in July. So very excited about that.
Yay. And I have 3 little ones. They are 8, 6, and 4. And since we all kind of have kids of varied ages, I know we've been relying on each other a lot for advice and affirmation, both as moms and professionals. And Marissa, you're really in a unique position among the 4 of us, pregnant with your first baby. Tell us what it's been like to be pregnant during a pandemic. I know this is not really what you expected for your first pregnancy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect with this being my first pregnancy, but this was not the journey I thought I had in front of me. And so one of those things I've really been leaning on is my support system. My husband, my friends and family have been so gracious to reach out during this time to say, hey, is there anything you need, from toilet paper to hand sanitizer? And my husband's been doing all of the shopping, the grocery shopping, any little errands we have here and there. And so I don't miss that per se. And so it has been a blessing in that way, but we just try to take it month by month. Our doctor has been really great to help us really digest the new information, try not to get overwhelmed and be reading from multiple sources, really try to focus in on who I'm getting my information from. And so it's been definitely an uncharted course, as it is for so many people. But at the end of the day, I know my body's preparing to do something that millions of people have done before me. So just trying to calm myself in that truth. So.
You have seemed very calm throughout most of this, which I know you're probably not all the time, but I applaud you for your method of taking things one day at a time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And then Kirsten has Jimmy at home, and you, like you said, have been trying to entertain a toddler while also working. And you have talked about having to kind of redefine what productivity means for you during all of this. How have you been able to do that?
Gosh, it's just been a one day at a time kind of thing. I know somewhere in the MetroFamily feed, we posted a meme, Dolly Parton saying, instead of working 9 to 5, you're working 9 to 9:10, 9 to 9:20, and kind of on from there. And I think so many parents can relate. That's what the workday looks like now. This is the new normal for at least the foreseeable future for those of us with little ones and no childcare. So I kind of, had my own little come to Jesus talk with myself last week when I just felt like I was spinning my wheels, not getting anywhere, not doing well at anything, just barely getting by in every area of my life, being a wife, a mom, a friend, a sister, an employee, and on and on. So what I started doing, and my husband kind of teases me because I am a natural list maker. So that's, of course, like what I'm going to go to first. But hopefully somebody can take, what they want from it. But my husband teases me that I'm going to make a list about a list. Mm-hmm. Okay, step 1, check. No, but seriously, I started kind of recording the things that I needed to do that day, like waking up in the morning. Okay, so step one really though is wake up before your kids, and have a minute to yourself. Start your day out on a good note. Don't start your day out feeling like you're already behind schedule because they're the ones waking you up. That really made a difference for me. Writing down, like, take the towels out of the washer and put them in the dryer. Check. That just made me feel good, like having progress, and made me feel like I was more in control of my day, and I was able to see all the things that I accomplished at the end of the day, doing it that way. Another thing that really helped me during that morning time, prioritizing what I needed to do in the morning and then the afternoon, but most importantly, have a plan during nap time. Yep. Don't wait until nap time gets there to be like, okay, what are all the things I need to do today? Like, already have a plan in the morning that I'm going to, do some things while I'm kind of entertaining my child and I'm able to get some things done. And then when I get to nap time, you need to be able to go, go, go. So all of that to say, kind of taking some time for yourself, taking some time to plan, and then being able to reflect at the end of the day on what you were able to get done, even if it's small things, even if it's like making your bed that day. That was last week for me. That was like, okay, I made my bed today. That's the one thing I did. It's okay. Having some grace with yourself, I think, is really important right now.
That's a huge tip. And I think that's something that we have all struggled with and are all kind of, it's like every day you have to start again to give yourself that grace. I know we're all really good at giving each other grace, but we're not always good at giving it to ourselves. So I love that. I think that's been really important. And then Lindsay, you and I are kind of in the same boat here. You're working while also helping your 3 boys with distance learning. What's been the most challenging for you in all of that?
I would have to say the mom guilt. Am I doing too much? Am I doing enough? Will they fall behind? 2 of mine are going to junior high next year. So we have this big transition looming, and I'm just, I can't help but let those worries sneak in that they won't be ready. So that's been really overwhelming. I'm managing a lot of things that I never thought I would, and making decisions that I never anticipated, and I'll have to do it really fast. And of course, math, I can't leave that off. It's been a long time since I was multiplying and dividing integers or finding least common multiples. So I'm really thankful for teachers, text messages away, and Google. Very thankful for Google.
I'm right there with you on the guilt and questioning of myself. So on the flip side, what is something that you guys have each found yourself being really grateful for during this time? Marissa, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I would say I'm grateful. My life's about to change drastically with the birth of our new baby boy. And so this has provided us, my husband and I, with a lot of quality time, whether that be movies on the couch, to dinner. We're taking things day by day. The pace is very slow. And so just, more quality time is really what I'm grateful for.
I love that. Kirsten, what about you?
I'm not a very good cook, and this time has really forced me to read recipes and meal plan, because you only get to go to the store once a week, if that. So it's saved us a lot of money, and it's made me a little bit more confident in that skill, maybe. I've only burnt the rice once, so we're good.
Yay, that's a win. Lindsay, what about you?
I'm grateful for the creative ways we've been able to stay connected, in our house and, with our extended family. I was telling my husband the other day, when he was at work and we might be messaging to each other to ask questions, like we're in the same household, but yet at times it feels like we're worlds apart, just because there's so much going on. But we've had, family drive by and say hello, and done the FaceTimes and Zooms. We had a backyard camp out a couple weekends ago, and the kids rounded me up for a game of family hide and seek. And those little distractions have been a great de-stressor for all this big, difficult news that is surrounding us. So I've been really thankful for that. And kind of to second Marissa's statement there, when I think about what we would be doing and, where we'd be running around to, life with 3 kids is really busy. So there's times where I'm really thankful there's less on my to-do list. So, there's not that carpooling to practice and picking up after school and racing to feed them before this or that. So those have kind of been nice to kick down the road for a couple months.
That's great. I definitely think for me, just taking that intentional time, especially when I'm feeling really stressed or overwhelmed, to think about what I'm grateful for has helped me weather the situation. That and funny memes have been my lifesavers. And we found a lot of people just like us, a lot of other Metro parents who engage and connect with us. That's what they're looking for too, that camaraderie, some humor, affirmation. Lindsay, what have you noticed our parents really gravitating to in terms of content?
Erin, you're so right. We need connections. Parents are at home and this is hard. They're doing the best that they can. And our readers have really sought out people who are kind of in that with them, sharing in this new reality. I've been so thankful for the local moms who have shared what's working for them and, in ways that their lives have changed. That's just been so reassuring. And I think all parents need that affirmation. Of course, have our advice for distance learning and educational activities, fun things you can do at home. There is a lot of resources out there, and sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. But something that's been very popular is ways to celebrate birthdays during this quarantine. So parents are just looking for ideas to connect and keep a little bit of normalcy in all of this uncertainty. I think that, one other thing we just put on the website recently was some date night ideas. I think parents need to recharge together, and hopefully that's going to refuel some moms and dads and make this a little easier.
I love that list because it can feel impossible to have a date night or even 7 minutes to just like have a conversation with your spouse right now. So that's a great resource. Kirsten, what has it meant to you to be part of this team helping to provide that support and connection to other parents right now?
Honestly, it's been kind of therapy for me too. Obviously, you and Lindsay are a bulk of the content creators here, and then me and Marissa are just working on trying to get that content into the right hands. So when I'm putting together, some of our materials, I'm thinking about what are parents needing right now? What do I need right now? I'm definitely in the boat where I tend to say, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Until I'm like twitching. And everything's not fine. And taking a moment to, look over some of the resources we have has meant a lot to me too. So I hope other readers kind of going through that. When you're in the moment, it's hard to think about like you're thinking you're stuck in the house. What do I do? But then you look through this list, Lindsay's got the 25 things that you can do at home right now. You're like, oh, there's lots we can do. It kind of takes that pressure off. It makes you feel like you have options, that you're not stuck or trapped, which I think is definitely, a heavy feeling right now for families with kids trying to work and do everything. So moral of the story is that it has been as much therapy for me that I hope others are getting that therapy as well.
Absolutely. And that is one of the reasons that we are launching this new program, Raising OKC Kids, which will feature conversations with local experts, parents. And we hope this is a way for people to connect, learn from each other, and grow community, especially in this time when we can feel so isolated. What are you guys most looking forward to about this project? Marissa, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this project, and that MetroFamily magazine is such a strong resource to the community already that it can only get greater with unique perspectives and new voices coming to the forefront. I think hearing another expert talk to us about the resources that they're going to right now is going to be a really great asset for us to have.
It's great. Kirsten, what about you?
I echo that sentiment. And in addition to that, I think hearing somebody talk about their area kind of brings a different sentiment than just reading a few quotes. So I think it's really nice to be able to put a face to a voice and kind of watch the body language, especially in a time when we're not getting much social interaction. So seeing some people's faces in itself can be really nice.
And what about you, Lindsay?
I'm looking for the opportunity to be able to kind of weed through the noise. I mean, this pandemic is global, and when you look at the big picture, it's devastating. But what I really need is local advice from experts that understand where I'm at right here in Oklahoma City. So, I just want them, I'm looking forward to being able to have that resource to help me guide, what does this next few months look like for my family, and just kind of give me that confidence to move forward.
That's great. I agree. Those local expert voices feel really critical right now for me too. And we've got some great conversations coming up with an ER physician, with SSM Health, and with Calm Waters about family mental health and lots more. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me on Zoom today. You have all just really been a source of affirmation and encouragement for me, both as moms and professionals. And I know I don't know that I would have been able to weather this pandemic without you guys. So I'm so thankful for the great work you do every day. And you're all wonderful moms and wonderful people too. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for watching our very first episode, and join us next time on Raising OKC Kids.